Radiant team pick.
Welcome everybody to our first day of coverage of the ECL 2014. It's Speed Gaming up against Newbee. It's not actually the first day of ECL. We've had two best of one so far. DK winning a game against CNB, I believe, and CIS actually playing with Black. They lost their opening match to LGD China. It's a pretty cool tournament going on. We've got most of the best teams in China competing, as well as some upcoming amateur teams, and it's time to get things underway here with our best of one for the day. It's Newbee up against Speed Gaming. Not the Speed Gaming most of you will think of, the current Cloud9 team, the former Kaipi. This is a Chinese squad using the same logo and all that. I hope they've got some better t-shirts. This isn't a LAN tournament, it isn't a LAN tournament, but if they're wearing those Speed Gaming t-shirts, I do worry for them. Maybe they'll start a Chinese rap gang or something. But Newbee, on the other hand, this is a team most of you will recognize by now. The quote-unquote dream team, which is kind of turned into Tongfu plus Zhao 8. At least the Tongfu we had at TI3, and they've been doing really well. They started off a bit shaky, got knocked out of Sonic Cup early, but they came back in style out of China and managed to do pretty well there. Even though they didn't qualify for the LAN finals, they managed to sort of finish in third place behind DK and IG. Definitely a team to look out for. Definitely a team to look out for. But we're gonna get things back underway now, as it's pretty much the end of our draft here. We have got Speed Gaming. Don't know anything about these guys. Do not recognize any of these names here. This is just complete blank for me, which is like, normally I'm casting Chinese Dota, I think I know everything there is to know about these teams, these players, but for once I'm just gonna be stumped. They have gone for a Wisp Tiny here, so it's the kind of strategy which I like to see teams doing when they're heavy underdogs, because these guys coming in are not expected to really win against a team like Newbee, but you want to kind of go for unconventional strategies if you want to cause an upset. At the same time, you want to also practice some more conventional strategies so you can improve as a team and play in a more standard setup. But if you're just going to get completely whomped all over, maybe you want to go for something a bit out of the ordinary. That'll put Newbee in their discomfort, and hey, maybe for Speed Gaming, Wisp Tiny is one of the strategies they've practiced a bit, they feel comfortable with. They've got a Sand King as their support to go with his Centaur. He's going to be your offlane hero. We've seen a lot of Centaur as of late. As for Newbee though, Shadow Shaman, Prophet, Puck, and Spectre. They've got global potential coming out from Spectre and Nature's Prophet. We've seen a lot of Shadow Shaman as of late. He's been the go-to support hero in the Chinese scene, and while Prophet, one of Zhao 8's best heroes, I'm not sure if he's going to be playing it here. He actually is. Zhao 8 to me was like the original Chinese Nature's Prophet. He was such a beast on this hero, like during TI2 and stuff, when LGD went on their unstoppable streak before they finally got beaten by Na'Vi and then IG. That was a lot of games on the back of the Nature's Prophet. I'm echo from my mic. I do apologize if there's some audio issues. Oh, I know what it is. I found it, guys. I had the stream on. I had the stream on. It should be fixed now. I had the stream on in the background and it was not muted. That's all my mic problems, and I figured them out now. Sorry guys, it's all figured out. Now we should be better. Let me know how it sounds. No more echo. And we do finish off our draft. A Witch Doctor pick. I love it. Banana going to be handling the Witch Doctor for Newbee. As for Speed Gaming, they're going to get a Mirana last. Most likely they're solo mid here. Sand King going to be kind of your roaming support. Maybe spends a bit of time in the jungle. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trolling myself. Trolling myself with putting my stream on. But yeah, here we go. As said earlier, for those of you just tuning in, this is a last-minute cast. We only found out like an hour or two ago. An hour or two ago that we'll actually be casting ECL, which is awesome because for us, BTS, we've always obviously made a big point to try and bring Eastern tournaments, Chinese tournaments to the Western scene. It's been a big kind of where we got started with the initial G1 League and then moving on to G League and other Chinese tournaments out there. And it was always hard because back in the Dota 1 days, a lot of these tournaments didn't have English streams, didn't have proper Western coverage, but now we've got it. Now we're doing it. And well, initially with ECL, it was going to be we were told, well, first, a bit of a story. I mean, I don't know how much I should be saying, but we got told a good 3-4 weeks ago, yeah, sure, you guys can cast ECL. We've cast in the past. We've worked with, back when they were the Red Bull ECL, they only really had LAN tournaments then for their LAN finals. They never really had regular online play, and we got told, sure, fine, you can cast it. Then the day before the event, or even the day of, I think, the first match, we were suddenly told, oh, you can't cast anymore. Some big Chinese organization bought the casting rights, and we're like, oh, that sucks. It kind of like was a flashback to the Dota 1 days where just casting these Chinese tournaments was just possible. Like, they wouldn't even release Dota 1 replays to the public because they were just so protective of their content. They didn't want anyone else doing VODs, replays of the Dota 1 games, and they would only stream it on their platform, not let anyone else in. So it kind of reminded me of those days when it was something like, oh man, we're not going to be able to cast this, what's going on? There wasn't even a Dota TV ticket for the Western viewers, but now we're back. Now we're back. We talked things out. We managed to explain the scenario. We got them happy. Obviously, we're English casters. We're not stealing their audience. We're not really. We're just bringing them and their sponsors more viewers. So they seem pretty happy now. It's actually a really ECL is a really fun organization to work with. Everyone I've talked to there has been really friendly, really nice. But we'll get things underway. It's going to be Newbee. What is this? He's got the Lion King Nature's Prophet set. Is that what this is? He's gone, like, full Hakuna Matata style. What is this, like, Rafiki stick going on? He could be the monkey from The Lion King. Is his name Rafiki? I think it's Rafiki. I gotta Google it. Yeah, it is Rafiki. Wow. Normally I forget stuff. My memory is absolutely awful. I'm surprised I can remember that. Oh dear. Let me just check my mic connection. It should be okay. But we're gonna get things into the draft here, as I hopefully haven't missed any action while looking at the Nature's Prophet. Newbee Zhao 8, he's going to be playing your offlane Nature's Prophet. I love me some Zhao 8 Nature's Prophet. We're going to have Moo playing the solar mid Puck.
30 seconds to
And
battle.
then we're going to have, in the bottom lane, it's going to be Banana on the Witch Doctor, Hao playing the Spectre, and then finally, it's going to be King J playing the support Shadow Shaman. Former offlane player for Tongva, he's now in that support role. And then we look towards the dire side, the team I know nothing about. We'll get to learn them throughout this tournament. It is a big group stage here. You've got 2 groups of 6 teams in the Red Bull ECL. So, not sure exactly how the format works. You play everyone in your group in a best of 1, and then there's a playoffs. I'm not sure if it's top 2, top 3, how that works. We're going to see ZY playing the top lane Mirana. Zanking going to be laying with him. That's JD8. So it looks like Wisp Tiny is going mid. It's going to be MY on the Tiny. We've got Zip ZYP on the Wisp IO, and then finally in the offlane it's going to be ZRD playing the Centaur Warrunner or the War Chief. Thanks, Vogsnen in the chat. I love solo casting every now and then. When I have the energy and I'm like in the mood to solo cast, it's a lot of fun, but if I'm tired or if I've been casting a lot already in one day, solo casting can be very, very draining. Talking for long periods of time, especially when you've been casting a lot, is not fun. But right now, looking forward to some good old Chinese Dota coming back to BTS. Well, I mean, Chinese Dota never left. That's how I look at it. But we've got a tri-lane from Newbee at the bottom lane, Witch Doctor doing his part to zone out this center. We went for a boots first, so often you see return at level 1 for the offlane centaur, but without a stout shield, with the boots and not a whole lot of regen, he's probably less inclined to look to just soak up the harass here. He probably just wants to go maybe for the hoof stomp double edge build. Banana will probably just spend time zoning him out. King J can start looking to pull stack. Shadow Shaman is one of those supports that needs levels, needs farm. You can't just idly sit in this lane zoning out the offlane. I don't think any supports can do that exclusively. Wow. Sorry guys, completely missed that one. I was just talking like, yeah, I get to solo cast, like I feel good. And then I straight up missed first blood. Oh. I feel bad now. Someone get me a co-caster. I need Winter here. Winter, I never miss any kills with Winter in the co-casting seat. We'll make sure I'm always on point. Oh, here we go. Top lane. What's going on there? Let's keep an eye on Zhao 8. I talked up his Nature's Prophet and then he goes and gives up first blood. That was just a dual lane sanking Mirana as well. I kind of guess how that one went. Meanwhile, with mid lane, Tiny taking a lot of damage. Forced to pop a salve here. I like what I see from this Wisp. He's doing what DK MMY kind of made popular. Or I don't know if he made popular, but does so well here. Stacking these 2 camps at the same time. There's going to be huge farm there for whoever can farm it. That's probably going to be the Sand King. He gets like, oh man, no mud golems on this camp with a triple stack. And then, well, you've got the big camp here. So Sand King, once he hits like level 3, level 4, he can look to clear that off with his Sandstorm. All he needs is level 3 and level 2 Sandstorm. We'll have to see if he actually goes that build. He may want a second point in the Burrow Strike. But, hey, we'll see. And Spectre at the bottom lane. He's doing just fine as far as farm goes. Him and Puck actually on top of the CS. And this is a Puck against the dual lane. Should not be doing as this well necessarily. I mean, at the same time, Wiz can't do. Wiz has been spending time stacking the pulls and just not really harassing the Puck out of lane. Not that he can really trade blows here, especially when Puck's already got a bottle up. And with this, Moo's just very sustainable in the mid lane. So Tiny, even with the dual lane mid, is actually not going to farm all too fantastic, but he won't get completely shot. He gets harassed a bit. He may go for a bit of bottle correction himself. It's pretty much like it's solo mid Tiny in a sense, while they stack these neutrals. And Sand King, he has gone for this 2 points in stand. Is he going to get another stack off here? disgusting. No mud golems. Gets 2 more stacks. This is so much farm for Sand King. This Sand King is going to have like a 7-8 minute blink dagger at this rate. Absolutely filthy play coming out from Speed Gaming. And I say that in the nicest way possible. This is what, like I say, MMY used to do all the time. This is actually just really clever and efficient farming. Like, this is... I mean, I don't know anything about this Speed Gaming team, but seeing them do something like this, they know what they're doing. They've got a clear game plan in mind. Oh, but Prophet, he's onto it. He's actually come in, scouts it out. He can steal all of this experience here. Sand King's at level 4, though. Looking... Nope, not going to go in. Zhao with boots. Can get out of there, but... There's a big camp waiting as well. Prophet, going to see this with the trans... Oh, going to get that last hit, actually. Steals the 1 Alpha Wolf, as well as getting some experience for it. So, I think he has a good idea of what Wisp has been doing in the jungle. And now Wisp probably looks to stack this again. About to hit 52, you can stack. Except the Treant's here. That Treant's probably going to ruin the day. And Wisp is going to go for another stack. This Treant will come in and will mess that one up. So nice play by Zhao, but Sand King can still farm this. Even if he doesn't get that last extra stack on. That's still a lot of farm, a lot of gold. Oh, man. It's like return to the... not so much the TI2 era. This is, to me, the DreamHack Winter 2012 era, when it was all your Darkseer, Magnus, Sven kind of play. Everyone's stacking neutrals and ancients. That was the DreamHack that Alliance beat EG in the finals of. This is the exact strategy every team was doing. Mass stack your neutrals for your carry. Normally it was like a Gyrocopter or something, or a Sven, but just stack neutrals for days. Stack ancients for days, and very little actual early game aggression. It was just trading farm and trading neutral farm spam. But hey, thanking now. This will get him a good amount of experience. This time it's not contested. This gets him up to level 5. And some. He's got 1,400 gold. Probably wants to get the boots before the blink. Normally you see brown boots into blink dagger rush with this kind of a strategy, but Treant's scanning in. I like what Zhao doing. He's not just letting this go completely uncontested, but at the same time, there's only so much he can do to stop it. He can't completely negate this strategy. And essentially, all he did was maybe steal some of this experience. He's also stopped a couple stacks. Stops it respawning. Messed up 1 stack, so while he hasn't actually stopped the Sand King doing it completely, he's probably negated like 200 or 300 gold. Like an extra stack as well as another spawn on here. That's about 200, 300 gold. So he's managed to slow it down a little bit. Now he TP's bottom with a Bastering. They're looking to pressure a T1 tower here. So get How, the extra farm early on. He's going to go for a fast phase, but probably even goes for a drums here, just for the early game presence that the drums can offer him. He's just level 4.5, and you look at his support Sand King. He's level 6. This is huge. He's the first, like one of the first heroes in the game to hit level 6. Puck's hit level 6, as has your solo mid Mirana, but he's the 3rd hero to hit level 6 in the game as a support Sand King. That is, let me confirm. Okay, yeah, he's the 3rd hero to hit level 6, support Sand King. That's legit. Filthy, 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 filthy. I like what I'm seeing from Speed Gaming though. It's good to see a team that you don't know anything about, like, performing and understanding the game this well. Like, they know exactly what they're doing, even if you haven't heard of a single player on their team. And, hey, working out pretty well for them. We are going to see, oh, looks like Wisp getting found at this mid lane. He will tether himself out of there. Puck nearby is level 6, and Wisp very squishy. Has a bottle. Just 550 HP, but no boots, so if he does get caught without tether, or if he gets caught up by a Dream Coil, could potentially be brought down. And, oh, another stack for the Sand King. He's got his brown boots. I mentioned the brown boots blink dagger rush. I think that's what we'll be seeing here. Hasn't even leveled Epicenter, so we'll probably see him pick that up maybe at level 7. But when he has his Blink Dagger, he wants to have the Epicenter as well, and that's going to be... He may get level 8 before then. We'll see exactly what happens. He's going to stack this again, farm it again. Got to get that Wisp coming in for the double stack, but I guess... Oh yeah, he's going to Tango this, so he's going to try and get the double stack. I don't know if Sand King can do this alone. That I do not know. I don't think he... Yeah, he's not going to... Oh, he's going to go for it. Interesting. Can he actually get this? This is... I'm not sure if this works. Oh, he does! Oh, he misses barely. If you get that as a melee hero, that is something... That's some impressive stacking. Like, you could get that as a range hero, because you can hit this from afar, hit this big camp from afar as well, and then you're good to go. But as a melee hero, getting that double stack off, that would... I didn't know that was possible. And Sand King made it look like it is possible. He just missed it on this camp here, but I reckon if he just timed it maybe better by half a second, he would have got that double stack. That's actually pretty cool to know that you can do that as a melee hero, potentially. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it's something you can do consistently, but JDH did go for it there on the Sand King.
Don't mind me.
Now he's going to go... Well, no stack he finds out, and he's going to be a bit sad. Sad Sand King. He's a sad king.
Come!
Almost next level. So almost next level that it was just the same level. And now bottom lane, we've still got Spectre farming away. Let's get off this hero level. Let's get some CS up. Mirana, 46 CS with 30 denies. That's free farm for you. Spectre going to go for an ulti. It looks like they're going in mid lane. They're going to bring down the Wisp here. Puck ultimate being used for that one. Puck down in a bit of trouble. The stun coming out. The avalanche into a toss, and that's going to be a kill going away with the Tiny on the Puck. An important kill at that, and they may lose How as well. How's come in, and the Mirana lead. Couple more right clicks will finish How off. He's on the run. He's popped his one. That keeps him alive a bit longer, and Witch Duck with a TP in. The cast gets deployed, and this will be the end of the chase here. Moonlight Shadow being used. Good news for Newbee is they keep How alive there, but the Puck to the Wisp trade, not a good one for them. That could have gone a lot worse if they lost Spectre as well, but I think Newbee getting a bit overconfident there. They were thinking, hey, we've got Spectre Haunt, we've got Dream Coil. We can get ourselves an easy kill, but they did not take into consideration the return gank coming in. And oh, JDH, you filthy, filthy stacker. He's going to need a good long bath after this. Get some good lavender bubble bath going on, and maybe he can cleanse himself. Maybe. Even then, he's going to need like a twice over with some good scrubbing. Well, Speed Gaming, man. They're up 2 kills to 1 here. They did lose the bottom tier 1 tower earlier, but gotta say, these guys are looking legit. I don't know who they are, but doesn't stop them. Alright. Tiny at the mid lane. He's got phase boots and a bracer. We'll be going for a phase drums build, I imagine. Into probably an Aghanim scepter after that. Maybe picking up something like a Yasha along the way. And Zeb Y. He's actually going for a drums himself, so we may be seeing multiple drums. I don't mind the drum stacking. I mean, the auras don't stack, but you obviously get more charges, and drums is just so cost effective. It's very cheap stats. Like, you get +9 all stats for like 1800 goldish. You get +10 all stats from an ultimate orb. Obviously, ultimate orb you're not getting for the stats. You're getting it because it builds into bigger late game items, but as far as the stats go, drums is just a fantastic little pickup. And Wiz Tiny will often be going for kills on their own. Mirana will be looking for kills on her own, so they can use these drums kind of independently of one another. So, alright. Let's go. Center at the bottom lane. He's got level 6 now, so he's got the Stampede on the dice side. There's a Dream Call at mid lane. They are looking for a kill. The Haunt going to come in as well. That'll be an easy kill on the Wiz here. Tiny, can he get out? He's been shackled up, and I don't think he's got any way out of this one. Has been maledicted. Stun Toss gets himself a double kill. Huge play from the Tiny. That's before he went down as well. Now your Mirana at mid lane could be in a bit of trouble. He will leap out of the Sprout. Has an arrow available. Maybe looking for this one now that the creep wave's cleared. Can he find a line? Doesn't look like it. Puck will be okay here. DD Rune at top, and Mirana just going to venture back towards top lane. He's picked up a bottle now. I don't mind this. Fairly late bottle, but you're low on HP mana. Like, you want to roam around. Like, he's done farming. He can now fight, and that's where bottle can help you a lot. Pick up a rune here and there and just have that extra HP mana regen in between here. Well, Speed Gaming. That's a 2-for-2 trade at mid, including a double kill for their Tiny. They only kill support, so that's where it's kind of a bit of a problem for them. How? Actually, didn't haunt. Actually, did he haunt in? I think he might. Yeah, he haunted in for that. I think just then TP'd back towards bottom lane after using his reality towards mid lane. But man, Tiny hitting the big combo. Oh, that was unintended. ZYP at top lane. He's going to hit level 6, and this is with Tiny arriving here, so they can look for a relocate gank almost immediately as Tiny arrives top lane. That's probably partly why he heads top to farm, as well as be ready for a potential relocate gank in some of these other lanes. Centaur and Sanking going to go for a smoke, and Sanking, he's a little ape. Nah, I don't like this. No epicenter, man. What's up with that? Sure, you haven't got arcane boots, but you've got the mana. Blink costs no mana at all. I definitely feel like he should have epicenter, because you can't. I don't know if they can kill Spectre without the epicenter here. They've got 3 points in the double edge. It'll be close, but without the epicenter, getting this kill on Spectre is a lot trickier. The Sandstorm actually does a lot of damage. That's something which lately I've been maxing this Sandstorm even when you're not going that kind of jungle style and move. That's like going to be the one in trouble. Going to relocate in. The double edge will finish him off. The relocate not even needed. Prophet Dominant goes flying through, but they saw this relocate. Spectre's just going to hide under the tower. I imagine Tiny just gets taken back top lane, continues to farm, but this Sand King blink timing was just incredibly fast, and all the jungle stacking efficiency is really helped Speed Gaming. They're up 5 kills to 3, and Newbee. Are they potentially in some trouble here? They're going to lose Banana at the mid lane. ZY with a solo kill there. I imagine he hit an arrow to start things off. Follows it up with the Starstorm, man. Wham bam, thank you, man. Well, a Newbee in trouble here. This is a best of one against a team they should be expected to be. Meanwhile, mid lane, there's an engagement. Rana hits another arrow. Brings down the Shadow Shaman, 2 Hero Sprout here, but Jawei doesn't want to fight this on his own. They could almost turn around with another Burrow Stack. Unfortunately, Sand King was actually out of mana there. Mirana, this is where the bottle pays off. It's giving Mirana this sustain for the mid lane. You have that extra regen, and as a result, he gets another arrow, Starstorm combo in the mid lane after getting a kill. And now we can sort of wait for the next rune to pop up. It's actually not going to pop up for some time, but with Courier coming out, he may even just bottle Crow. Like, if no one needs a Courier, you ask your team, hey, anyone need this? Drop your bottle on there and send it back. And it looks like, yeah, he'll do just that. It's where even getting a 10-minute bottle as a hero like Mirana, like as a carry hero, is actually okay. If you're transitioning from carry into kind of roaming ganker like this Mirana is, giving Tiny the safe lane, getting this bottle even after your phase drum, still very, very cost efficient.
Under attack.
Well, Tiny now has his drums complete, so they got the double drums earlier though. I'm totally okay with this. No qualms here with this. And our dream team, what's going wrong with them? They're definitely not performing like a dream team. Although people kind of, I mean, I criticized them included as not being a dream team when the final roster was announced. Obviously, it was, well, as people realized, it wasn't the initial roster they had in mind. Like, there was other speculations about players they wanted that they couldn't get. Players, I think Chuan was speculated at some point, as was Faith even. I think Faith from IG was speculated to be joining the team. But it's still a team. This is essentially Tongfu that performed at TI3 and did fantastically well, got 4th place.
That is ours.
And then they've replaced, in my opinion, the weakest player on that Tongfu team, Sansheng, with Zhao Wei, who is probably the best captain in China. So in theory, this is like an improved version of a team that got 4th place at the international, not to mention won the Dota 2 Super League. And they've got a better captain, they've got a better leader, and they've just got a better, I guess he's not playing support now, King J's on support, and I think this is just a better team than that Tongfu that was at TI3. So in theory, this team could be legit good. But they're struggling here against Speed Gaming.
With me.
And yeah, Dream Team to me implies, as someone said in chat, like you're stacked full of stars. Like that to me is, Dream Team is not all about results. It's all about having the star power there. And that's a team like DK. You've got Mushi, Burning, Ice on the same team. That's your Dream Team. Not to mention even your supports, MMY, Weapon X, the former like solo mid extraordinaire. That's a Dream Team kind of player. Tongfu, like these players, they're not really Dream Team status, but they obviously they have the potential to be as good as a team like DK, even better. But I don't know if you can call it Dream Team status. Let's see Spectre in the mid lane get brought down here. Nice gank by Speed Gaming. Well played indeed. Newbee now going to look to trade this the Spectre kill for a top tier 1 tower. Looks like they will get this, but losing the Spectre at this point in the game, somewhat costly. Spectre did pick up the value booster, just tank up as much as possible. And Speed Gaming, they're not done with the with just a kill here. They want to trade tier 1 for tier 1, but here comes potentially Kanagaki here. Spectre has buyback if he wants to look for a buyback into a haunt, but if you're not going to find kills, it's not worth the buyback. And it looks like no kills will come of this. JD8 Burrowspects his way out of there, but Cast not going to do what it's meant to do. It's not going to bounce absolutely anywhere. Mirana going to get the bottom tier 1 tower, so Newbee's like tier 1 tower trade for the Spectre isn't really a tier 1 for a Spectre, because Mirana gets bottom lane, a bit of damage done to the tier 1 mid, and yeah, it doesn't work out absolutely as well as they'd like. That's a good point someone's making in chat, is that dream teams are not always meant to be the best team, because a lot of time you stack star players and it doesn't work. The initial DK team that was formed back in Dota 1, with like Yafets and stuff, had all the best players in China, or like at least all the biggest stars in China, like Yafets, Burning, all these big names, and it did not perform at all. Teams like Tyloo and LGD were just beating them in Dota 1 tournaments left, right, and center. The team didn't start doing well until it went through like a couple roster changes. Yafets left the team, other big stars left the team, and only later did it actually start doing any good.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It looks like Speed Gaming up 8 kills to 3, and they're in control right now. They've got themselves about a 2k gold lead. The experience, even whoa, let's take a 7.5k experience. The hero level difference is huge. 12 on your Mirana, 10 on Sanking and Tiny, and then Newbee's highest level hero is level 9. That's a big. That's almost more. I mean, you'd rather have a 7k experience lead and a 1k gold lead than like a 7k gold lead and 1k experience lead at this stage of the game, I would say. Maybe debatable, but I feel like experience and levels can be used more than gold this early on. Depends exactly where the gold is. Like, getting key items like Blink Daggers on center and stuff is obviously fantastic, and in some ways you can't really give like a hero level comparison for a Blink on a Centaur, but as long as you've got your core items, like getting like these extra kind of luxury items isn't all that essential, so it's pretty good. We're going to see now Speed Gaming feel like they can just take towers. They can just stick us 5 and push down towers if they'd like to. Tiny's getting awfully close to an Academic Scepter. Speed Gaming, who are these guys? They came out of nowhere, and here they are, taking it to one of China's best.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, this is, to me, like, this is the
Radiant's
team
top
who,
tower has
after
fallen.
DK and IG, they're probably on par with, like, the next top Chinese teams. This is, like, Newbee, to me, I put on the similar level to LGD as well as VG Gaming. They got 3rd place in style out of China. They've done well elsewhere, and
Radiant's
here they
top
are,
tower is
struggling
under
against
attack.
Speed Gaming.
Dire's
And
middle
this is what you
tower
kind of need
is
to do.
under
Look for these
attack.
pickoffs here. Use the puck as your initiator. They've also got Serpent Ward, so they'd love to try and find some towers with this. They've taken all the tier 1 towers, so that's where Newbee are actually holding their own as far as the goal difference goes. It's not as bad as it could be because Newbee are actually trading towers, but that's their lineup. They've got Shadow Shaman, Nature's Prophet. They're designed to push down towers. And the problem is, they're also hoping to get some kills with this, and they haven't been able to do so far. But Zhao Wei with a Necro book up, he's getting close to that Necro too as well. He'll have some good potential Rat Dota coming in, but against Sand King
Radiant's
as well
middle
as with
tower is
Tiny,
under attack.
this is not a fun game to be a Nature's Prophet. Even Centaur good against catching out a hero like Nature's Prophet. You have to be very cautious with how he plays this. How at the top lane, 3k gold. Not a surprise to see him going for the Radiance after the Vitality boost. I really like this Spectre build. Not about getting the Radiance as fast as possible. It's about getting items in the early game that allow you to fight and then going back for the Radiance. Because even a 28 minute Radiance I feel is fine. Even as late as like 30 minutes in the game, if you're on equal terms, getting that Radiance even 30 minutes in can sometimes still be well worth it. It's just making sure you get there without feeding or being useless. Because you get a Radiance at like, let's say 19 minutes and just have like have no items to go with it. Like you don't have this tankiness. You can still melt with a Radiance, and you get Radiance and you still have to farm. Like you have to farm your Vitality booster, your Heart, your Vanguard, whatever it may be. And that's where you may as well just tank up first and make your farming for the Radiance a lot safer. So I really like this build that Hao's doing. It's definitely the most like conservative build. So you see some people going for more greedy builds where they will rush a Radiance, but I'm a fan of the conservative play. Well, let's see what else is going to happen. Right now, Zhao Wei, he's got his Necro 2 up. It's level 11, so he's doing alright here. As we take a look at the net worth, Mirana, top of the charts, has a completed Manta style at 20 minutes in, finds a double damage. You know, they just, nope, and just leaps towards me. I was about to say, we go for Roshan here. He's level 14 as well. Like, you'd guess he had like a Midas with how fast he's leveling up here, but he's just been getting solo kills. He got 2 solo kills like in a row at mid lane earlier on, and that's where you get the bulk of your experience. When you're this far ahead of everyone in levels, it's come from solo kills. Newbee now. Like, Moo has been very quiet this game. He's tried to make stuff happen with this fairly fast Blink Dagger of his. He's been pretty active and used that coil when possible with the Spectre Horn, but every time Speed Gaming had an answer. They got the counter kills. What is it, this new copy pasta? Please, guys, please. Have some mercy on my Twitch chat. How? He's got his Relic by the looks of things. He spent gold. That's Relic, surely. Unless he's got Radiance. That'd be even better. But yeah, 21 minutes. I mean, talk about 25 to 28 minute Radiance being okay. This is going to be even faster. It looks like we'll see like a 23, 24 minute one, depending how this next couple minutes go. Speed Gaming want to slow it down. It looks like they've gone for a 5-man smoke. Tiny has his Ag Scepter, picks up a Blade of Lacquery. That'll be for your Yasha, Manta Style, etc., etc. And well, let's say, Wisp, what are you doing? You're not stacking this. That's not stacking time. I guess. I don't know what he's thinking there. Veers off from the team, but the rest of his team are going to go for his... These 3 heroes can keep smoking, because guess what? Wiz Tiny can relocate in, so... They don't have to be anywhere. Oh, that's Observer dropped on a Sentry, but... Newbie won't spot that. Sentry's no longer giving any vision. And another Observer on a Sentry. Oh, man. Oh, no, sorry, that's a Radiant. That's the Radiant Observer. So that gets de-warded. This Radiant Sentry, though, is what's scanning out this Obs, and it may actually expire before anyone from Newbee catches it out, which would be a bit unfortunate for Newbee. Alright. How? I'm just getting closer and closer to his Radiant. So for now, Newbie has just decided, let's wait for Radiance. They've actually got their core items up more or less, like Shadow Shaman with a Blink, Spectre soon with a Radiant, Witch Doctor, I mean, he doesn't really have core items. Necessarily, as far as the first 20 minutes of the game goes. Like, his items come up like around 30 minutes in. You get items if you're doing well, but when you're playing from behind, you don't expect to get any items. And Speed Gaming, they're just going to keep going. They've got 3 points in the overcharge here. Hasn't been maxed out yet. Still needs another level to get that, but with Wiz Tiny, they can do a lot of damage fast, breaching the high ground. They probably want to go for a Roshan first. They're on the Dire side. Could be pretty standard Roshan if they look to go for it. And Newbee get a nice trade at top lane. They get a tier 2 tower for a tier 2 bottom. So this is as good as Newbee can get. They'll trade towers, they'll avoid fights, until they have the Radiance, until they have more items, more levels, and they're ready. Because, like, you look at Shadow Shaman, sure, he's got a Blink Dagger, but he's just level 7. If they try and fight against this Tiny, because Tiny doesn't have a BKB, like, you're not looking at BKB on Tiny until much later in the game, but you've got a level 1 Hex. 1.25 duration Hex. If this was like a level 10 Shadow Shaman, Newbee's teamfight gets so much stronger, and that's one of those small things you don't really take into consideration, like, when you're ready to fight, is like your supports and what they can do, but at this stage of the game, the difference between a level 7 Shadow Shaman and a level 10 Shadow Shaman is huge. That's the difference in like 2 seconds of disable, or more, yeah, and that's, yeah, 2.25 seconds of disable that they're potentially missing out on. And Tiny's going to be in the front lines. He's going to be having the Wisp behind him, keeping him alive. And he's going to be trying to right-click down your base, and that's where you need that Hex desperately. So sure, Newbee are getting some okay farm and items up, but they really need levels right now. Witch Doctor level 8, that's okay, but level 2 Maledict, again, if this is a level 4 Maledict on a Tiny with no BKB who's in the front line, it goes so much better. I like this from Tiny. He's not going to go for the full Manta, he's going to go back for the BKB, and with BKB, they can siege high ground. Every time, if he gets in trouble, he pops a BKB, and he should be fine. And now, oh, Speed Gaming, come in, T1 mid tower, will get taken out. Marana with the last hit as well. I imagine we may see a Desolator. Manta Deso, ooh, that's Sanking just getting out. The Manta Deso for the pushing power is definitely a powerful way to go. The BKB will give him a bit of survivability. Uh oh, yeah, dead boy, caught out. There's the Waning Rift into his shackles here. Stampede will be used, but nothing really to follow up from that one. It's, you may as well through the town. Actually, where am I looking at here? Tiny. Oh, he goes down. The Dream Core being used to cancel his TP as well. The Spectre with the Radiance, and this is exactly what Speed Gaming did not want to happen. Spectre gets Radiance, gets immediately 2 kills, suddenly up to 1100 gold, and this Heart of Trash will be coming sooner and sooner. Now mid lane needs to be careful, because there's a big rotation coming out from Newbee. Well, look at it go. Well, what comes next as... Speed Gaming, they've, as much as they've been like playing this game well so far strategically, they can't afford to be giving up these kills, and they're also giving Newbee just too much room to push towers down. They've traded equal towers. Both teams have taken 4 towers. 1 tier 2 and all 3 of the tier 1s. So, as well as Speed Gaming have played, you can see somewhat their inexperience showing. At the same time, like, to do this well against a team like Newbee, yikes. Marana. And this is a Marana who was level 14 a good 4 or 5 minutes ago. That first death of the game was a pretty big kill to be getting. You'll be scouting him out, and yeah, I think that was, as someone said, I think you're correct, that the craggy exterior killed the Necrobook and caused Tiny to almost blow himself up. That is some bad luck for Tiny, because without the, well, I think he was dead regardless. Puck was there with the Dream Core, so the TP would have gone cancelled, he would have died regardless, so it sounds like bad luck, but realistically he was dead no matter how you look at it. But it just made killing him that much easier. This Tiny is coming close to his BKB. That's the one thing Speed Gaming are waiting for anyways. Like, I think they feel they really need this BKB from Tiny. I like the build he's doing. They're just not quite ready to push until the BKB's up. They could have also gone for Roshan a lot, like, well, or by now. I feel like that's one thing they could have done and haven't done yet. They had all the lanes pushed out. They can just need one hero defending maybe, and they can bring down Roche with relative ease here. They've got a mech. They've got decent damage output from Marana, from Tiny. Whisk can add to someone's damage with an overcharge. You've got an arrow to help disable Roshan so he doesn't hit you too much. And Newbee, like, if you see them like the hero top, you know they can't get to that Roche pit too fast. There's no tier 1 towers to TP to. As soon as you see someone top, like, you push up this top lane to this tier 2 tower, heroes defend it, you go Roche. Like, that's almost, that's pretty much uncontestable. I don't even think that's a word. But impossible to contest. Is uncontestable a word? Where's Lumi when I need him? Lumi would know. Well, Lumi would tell me it's fine to use broken English. I miss Lumi. Come back soon, please. Speed Gaming now. BKB soon coming on our Tiny, Mai. And Zip, he's just going to be backing up this Tiny here. Necrobook going to go for a roam through the jungle here. Probably just looking more to sweep through. Zhao Wei just summoning it regardless. And you almost just want to, at this stage of the game when you're not fighting, you're not pushing. And Zhao Wei can't rat dota. He can't solo push against these heroes. Wisp with the relocate. Marana, decent initiator. Centaur and Sand King both with blink daggers. There's no way to solo rat dota here. So at this point you want to use this Necrobook to clear wards out. And done a decent job of doing so. The Dire have a ward up near the Roshan pit, and that's actually the only ward up. So just spamming this Necrobook 3, sending it on roams through the map looking for wards to take out is actually a pretty good use of it. unless you're expecting there to be a fight soon. And Xiao goes back for a 27, 28-minute mech. Why not? I guess he decides he's going to be a more utility hero this game. And it looks like Speed Gaming into the well, Ancients they go. Tiny. This will be more or less his BKB. Like, I don't really want to go into Roche yet. Moon nearby, and he's almost got a Hex. This is the problem that Speed Gaming have, is that they've given too much space to Newbee now to farm these kind of good late game items. Puck with a Hex. Uh-oh. Sanking. Oh, he gets out of there. Burrow Strike and TP out. Unable to quite get... They didn't have King J near enough with the Blink Disable. And Tiny should have his BKB. Does have his BKB. More or less ready to fight here. They haven't got the level 16 on Tiny, which is going to add a decent amount more damage. More toss bonus, not that that matters. What else do you get? I actually don't entirely know. How does his ulti scale? More bonus damage, more movement speed, and, well, attack speed loss. You've got the Wisp to make up for. Mirana's got a Desolate now. So Speed Gaming pick up some big, sort of mid-game, sort of core/luxury items, however you want to look at them. And, oh, Moo's Invis here. Speed Gaming, though, they pop the Moonlight Shadow. I don't think there's any gem or detect on this Radiant side here. We're going to see Centaur go blinking in with a stun, completely whiffs it, though. Mirana, meanwhile, going to get burst down by the Puck. He could be in a lot of trouble. He does have the leap, but can't use it. Now Spectre goes in, gets himself another kill in the center, and it looks like Speed Gaming have lost two. There's an Epicenter blink. Burrow Strike coming up from the Sand King. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot here. Gets now just starts it up, brought down, focused down. They've lost three. They only caught one in the Nature's Prophet. Tiny comes in with the Wisp here. He's going to bring down two himself. He wants to fight the Spectre. Can he fight the Spectre? One more cleave will finish off the Tiny. The toss is there as well. He's 1v1 with the Spectre now. Spectre's going to try and fight this, but there is no way to do so. Can he kite him? Ooh, TP out. Tiny did not have the avalanche in time. The 4-for-4 bloodbath in the bottom lane. What a messy, messy fight. That was really bad from Speed Game. Oh, I mean, not that they played it bad, but they got horribly initiated on and out. Tiny. Uh-oh. Trouble. Trouble will find you, and that is Spectre getting the complete team wipe. Now he's going to try to run his way out of there, and it looks like he'll succeed in doing so. That Tiny salvaged that fight. Speed Gaming immediately lost two heroes to start off the fight. They lost also key heroes at that, like losing Mirana and Centaur. Centaur blinked in, caught nothing. Then Mirana died to a Puck initiation. Like, that was absolutely as bad as that fight could go for Speed Gaming to start things off. But Wisp and Tiny manned up. Sand King Epicenter also did nothing. It went on like the Puck, and Puck, well, they couldn't really, they didn't really bring him down with that. It was Tiny who later got the kill on the Puck, so... Tiny salvaged the fight, unfortunately, does end up going down, and, well, now we're going to look, arrow just being thrown, scouting things out, seeing if anyone's there in the jungle. Now we look towards Spectre, Heart of Terra. Oh, yes, he actually went for a Yasha, so maybe getting a Manta style. Just the casual Yasha into Heart, well, get your Heart, and then the Manta style is always nice. The Yasha on its own, just very efficient item, just because you get that movement, so you can see 483 movement speed with Phase Boot. On a Spectral Dagger, that's probably max movement speed. He'll get up to 522. We'll get a tier 2 tower now, and it looks like he's bought Manta style. Okay. So, get the Heart afterwards. And the Manta alone actually gives some good survivability, ability to dodge certain spells, and just use it to make yourself a bit more annoying and durable. Tiny picks himself up a plate mail, so he's going to build towards that Assault Crest now. Just saying he wants that bit of extra armor. And Puck, I think there is a Hex. Yes, there is a Hex. Moo had all the gold for it, and 31 minutes in, he's farming well. Spectre now has overtaken Tiny. I think that was the first time this game we actually see this. At least the first time in a long, long time. And I like this from Shadow Shaman. Gets a gem for the team. They definitely need one against the Moonlight Shadow and potential Invis initiation. Something I feel that the Dire side also need. Just, sure, there's not actually that... There's no Invis, but they want to get map control. They haven't got a Necro 3. They've got no real way to de-ward. Not to mention, just Puck having an Invis rune there. One Newbee that bottom lane fight. At least the start. It allowed them to get the better initiation. I love that the max movement speed is 522. And then the solo scandal just happened to be 322. It's a funny little coincidence. Behold! Puck's gonna get himself a haste rune. He's the one carrying the gem. Definitely best case scenario for Newbee as far as gem holders go. Very elusive and hard to kill. And they're gonna look to go on this tier 2 tower. They need to be careful. Where's your Puck? He needs to show up with the blink hex. Not gonna be here. He's still up actually towards mid lane. And Speed Gaming, playing a bit scared, and rightfully so. I think Mirana needs to go for a BKB. We saw that last fight, Puck just going in and initiating on him, doing too much damage. Even when you Manta off the Waning Rift, allowing Mirana to go for a leap, the problem is he was Dream Coiled, so if he leaps, he stuns himself. And that's, well, pretty much his death regardless. And now Puck has a Hex, so you can Hex the Mirana before BKB gets used, but it's still worth getting that BKB. And I imagine Mirana's next item will be that BKB. Well, Moo now.
Greetings.
He's just going to keep on farming himself a bit in the jungle here. King J, trying to build a 4-star. He bought that gem earlier. He'd have his 4-star if not for that, but the gem definitely slightly more important here. Is this a double courier or is this their only courier? I think it's their only courier. I was just going for a little of checking things out, seeing if Sand King was up there. He's actually at bottom lane, but that was some interesting courier scouting action coming in from Newbee. We saw something similar from Ice 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 by DK some time ago. Mirana now, leap TP out. Just wondering if he overstayed his welcome in the Radiant jungle that little bit too much. And Speed Gaming, I think, deciding that they're just not in a position to fight. And I kind of agree. I think they need to farm BKBs on Centaur as well as Mirana. Tiny wants the Assault Cuirass. So from Speed Gaming's perspective, they can get fairly significantly stronger if they get just a good 3-4 minutes of farm. Finish the double BKBs, get an Assault Cuirass, and suddenly they're going to be a lot stronger. They're probably looking at Newbee thinking, okay, in that time, what are they going to get? They've got a Heart of Tarrasque on Spectre. Yes, that's a problem. Spectre can get a lot tankier, a lot harder to kill, but you get Tiny with an Assault Crest and they try and focus him down. They can potentially still deal with Spectre, especially if they isolate him. Problem is now, what they're not really taking into consideration, or maybe they are, maybe this is just something they say, hey, look, we may just have to give this up, is Roshan. It's actually going the way of, well, Jiaweig's soloing it for now. And, oh, Korea nearby. Is this going to scout out Roshan? I think it's just maybe picking up a Hyperstone for Tiny, and Tiny's nearby. I don't think he's scouted this one out. I don't know if he will either, because he's on his own. So going, like, out into this bottom river on your own is definitely just ill-advised. I think Zhao 8, before he went in, probably checked for ward. Didn't actually see that. They've got the gem on the Puck, and Puck, yeah, Puck nearby. So Puck would have maybe just blinked to the high ground, at least used an orb to throw things up. And they know there's no detection here. How going to pick up the Aegis, and his Heart of Tarrasque is like 700-800 gold away. Very, very close. That's good news. Well, for Newbee at least. It's still a very even battlefield as far as items go and as far as levels go between the two teams. Looking at the gold gravel, they're going to see initiation at bottom lane. They're looking here for the kill. The Shackles is there, but you already have the Stampede. That's going to be saved here. Nice relocate out from the Wisp. Wisp may pay for this one with his life, but hey, well worth it to save your Tony. Poor Wisp. Nope, they're going to let him go. They're not going to go back for him. And it was actually pretty far away, so it was pretty much a safe place to be regardless. And it looks like these wards will get cleaned up now by the Tiny. Nicely played by Speed Gaming. These guys showing that they are a team to look out for. These guys have impressed me as much as like some of the other upcoming Chinese teams have. Teams like Dreamtime, teams like CIS initially looked impressive, but then they kind of just, their kind of gimmicky strategies stopped working. They got a gem now? Is that what this is? They de-ward, yeah. Sand King with the gem. Good. They need to get some good map control up here. De-ward wards like this, so they can actually farm their Ancients without getting ganked. Although Sand King... Where did he go? Yeah, there we go. He'll find this ward, so... They know they've been spotted now, and they probably think, okay, Tiny, quickly farm this and back off, because they don't want to get ganked. They don't know where exactly too many of these heroes are. They see Moo at mid lane, which is a pretty good indicator that they are, in fact, safe, though. Alrighty. Now we have Heart of Tarrasque completed. Spectre getting very, very scary. I imagine Butterfly next. Diffusal also not bad. But Butterfly probably where he wants to go. And Mirana has that good BKB. I talked about Speed Gaming. They need a couple BKBs. The Mirana and the Centaur. And Centaur getting close to his as well. They're going to go for a Smoky. The Centaur's is less of a key item, I'd say. Simply because you can still get good blink stun initiations. The problem is, without a BKB, he dies. But with a BKB, he maybe lives to get off another Hoof Stomp. But even if you live, like, if you're not getting off another Hoof Stomp, it's got a 13-second cooldown. Your BKB lasts 10 seconds. So, theoretically, even with a BKB, you may not get a second Hoof Stomp. Oh, Tiny. Stampede is there. Relocate out. Going from the Wisp. Actually, it was just a melee range relocate. We are going to see Newbee lose 2 heroes here. Nice play from Speed Gaming to turn this one around. Now they focus on the Spectre. Spectre has Aegis, though. They don't want to overcommit to this one unless he's alone. They have isolated him here. They're going to lose the Wisp here. Now Spectre. Manta Style's going to be brought down. I don't think they want to try and kill him a second time. Puck's come back. Prophet TP's in as well. Has the Necrobooks. Does see them here in the Invis. Spectre going to go for a horn. He immediately comes in as well. He wants to go on the Tiny. Tiny forced to pop a BKB. Has the drums as well. Going to use the drum charge here. Unfortunately for ZY, he's going to go down. Nice 2-hero kill return here. And they're going to go onto the tier 3 tower. Spectre, no Aegis. Does need to be a bit careful here. Was that a buyback from Jiaowei? No, he just never went down. Puck didn't even need a buyback either. They only killed off the 2 supports with the Sanking Epicenter. Now no Epicenter. They've got to try and defend this one. They've got to get back soon. Tier 3 tower goes down. Looks like Newbee decide that's all they can get. Centaur blinks in. That's just the Sanking here. Moon goes in, gets a silence. This will be the death of the Sanking if he's not careful. There's going to be a toss to that Tiny. Watch out for your teammate, man. Gem on the ground here. How? Does have room to actually pick this one up and will do so. Newbee now have control of both the 2 gems here, and this is going to cause problems for Speed Gaming. They can't even defend their Raptors here, and Newbee, it feels like, may have broken through. Both Raxes in the mid lane going to go down here. Tiny just unable to really engage here. He needs the lockdown from his team. Centaur goes in with the blink down, but How is just so tanky with this, harder to harass. Throws a Spectral Dagger. He'll just back off. They've got the Raxes. There's no real reason to linger around too much longer, but they've got Serpent Wards. They want to try push this high ground at top lane. Maybe they can do so as well. Still 10 seconds. No Mirana, no Sanking, but they TP out of there. I think Prophet's going to have a Hex, yeah. Completed Hex for Zhao 8. That's scary. And Speed Gaming, they played this game so well. Like, to me, they were in a much better position than Newbee. They outplayed Newbee in the early game. They were like up 9 kills to 3. They had a like 8k experience lead or something at one point. They were almost 10k experience ahead. It's a bit under 10k, but they were, and even now they're still like slightly leading in experience. But it's pretty much, it's gotten to a point where it's more or less even. And looking at Spectre, level 22, How is just an absolute monster right now. He doesn't need this gem. He'll probably drop it, pick up another item. Your Puck's already got a gem regardless. Speaking of Puck, 3.5k gold. And that's where Newbee, like, their supports, especially like Banana, has been really struggling this game. Shadow Shaman didn't get much as far as levels go and even farm for a long time, but their core heroes have delivered. Puck didn't do so much in the early mid game. It couldn't really find the opening, but Puck, Prophet, and Spectre all have a lot of farm at this stage of the game, and that's gonna take them far. And it looks like with mid-Raxes down, they're going to turn their attention to top lane. They feel pretty confident they can take this fight. Blink Hex could be the way that they look to go on the Tiny here. They may try and use that relocate to save him if it is the case where he gets initiated on. But Wisp is going to have to be pretty on point if he wants to try and save this Tiny. And the problem is if you relocate him all the way home, suddenly it's like a 5v3 fight. Oh, Moonlight Shadow, they're going to go for a wraparound here. There are gems, though, on the playing field. Will they spot this one out? They haven't actually got vision of it just yet. And being invis here, they may actually get a good jump. Puck sees him, though. The Observer Ward combined with the gem. He sees him from afar. Now the Spectre on the foreground. Spectre has Haunt as well as Buyback here. He's just going to look to go on the Sanking, prevent any sort of an Epicenter initiation. Unfortunately, Sanking gets his way out of there. Going to look for an Epicenter. Now Moo going to get focused down. Great play coming in from Speed Gaming to start the fight, but immediate buyback from the Puck. Mirana now in the BKB, trying to just rake people down here. Great 2-hero Maledict as well as the Witch Doctor ultimate. Look at it go, Sanking. He can't get off his Epicenter. Speed Gaming lose 3. Howard's on the chase. Going to throw a Haunt out. Probably going to reality into this one. It looks like that's going to be the death of the Tiny. Yes, it is. 4 heroes dead. Mirana going to scurry away back to the fountain. But that Maledict catching out 2 heroes. The Cask, Maledict, Witch Doctor ultimate. Whew. Not bad. Not bad from Newbee. This is where you can see the importance of, like, the just experience in general. They were not doing well at all in the early to mid game, but you just know that they're going to make the better late game decision making. They were just kind of split pushing and farming. They were always trading towers. When Speed Gaming didn't have to trade towers, Speed Gaming could have looked to go for kills, stop the split push, and take towers themselves. Even take Roshan. They never went for a Roshan here. And unfortunately, they had such a good early game. They were so efficient. Especially the Wisp stacking these camps, getting Sanking like an 8-9 minute Blink Dagger. It looked really good for Speed Gaming, but in the end, Newbee just punished them for a few small mistakes as well as just lack of experience. And Newbee, it looks like they are going to be the ones taking this victory. 41 plus minutes in, though. It took them a long time here. And they're not done. They've still got 2 Rexes standing here, and Tiny wants to make one last go for it. He needs the overcharge from the Wisp. Where is that Wisp giving him attack speed? Not actually there. He's going to bring down the Nature's Prophet to start things off. Banana now. He's on the run. The Ghost Scepter will keep him alive a bit longer here. It looks like, oh, Puck going to orb his way out of there. They can't quite chase here. They need a relocate maybe. Wisp has one. Sanking, Blink, Burrow Strike. There's a Hoof Stomp as well. Moo going to get focused down. Nicely picked off here. And they're not done. They may find some more here. Banana going to get caught now. Next turn to take a fall. Can they relocate on anyone? Spectre out of mana. He's pretty far away though. And King J got a 4-staff if he wants to keep on escaping, as well as Blink up in a couple seconds. He has one of the gems, so he did manage to recover one. Did Dire Team even get a gem? Wow, they didn't even get a gem. Puck. His gem got picked up by the Shadow Shaman, it looks like, so... Or did it just get left in the trees? Yeah. Looks like the gem was just recovered by the Shadow Shaman. A bit of a ninja operation to get back in there. And now... DD Tiny. If there was ever a way to come back and go for a mega death push, it's the DD Tiny. You wait all game for that. that 42-minute DD rune, and now they're going to go for Raxes. I feel like they've got to go high ground with this. You're down 4 Raxes. You know Puck doesn't have buyback, actually. Puck's buyback's on cooldown. You want to try and get Raxes here, and without the Hex, fighting this is actually really difficult. This is going to be Raxes here. They're going to counter Rax. There's no Glyph as well. Tiny's going to go on the Spectre here. Spectre does have a buyback, I believe. Tiny needs to just be kept alive here. Stampede being used just to cover their retreat somewhat. They need to go back in. You've got DD rune. You can't retreat. No retreat, please. Oh no, they're going to go back, and they're down. Retreating is just, like, at this point, you're down 4 Raxes. Newbee will push out the lanes. They'll get the next Roshan, and then they'll push these Raxes using buybacks plus Serpent Wards. They can buyback. Not to mention, Spectre will have buyback plus Haunt. He did end up going for a Diffusal Blade, as well as picks up a Talisman of Evasion, so we'll look for a Butterfly in there as well, I imagine. Even Heaven's Halberd, not too bad at this point, but Butterfly probably a much stronger option, but I don't think there's ever going to be a better chance for Speed Gaming to push out. That, to me, that retreat there is just accepting defeat. Because now, Newbee, they wait for their... If they want to play safe, and Zhao 8, this guy, safety is his middle name. You give him a chance to play safe and win a game, he'll do it. He'll wait for the next Roshan, wait even for the Puck buyback, maybe even buyback plus Boots of Travel. I see Puck going for a Lincoln Sphere here. Not a bad item choice. There's no hexes to worry about. This is, I mean, what? You dodge a Sand King Burrow Strike, so a Blink Burrow Strike initiation. That's about all the Lincolns is good for. Yeah, still okay-ish. Assuming that is a Lincoln Sphere, I mean, could be, what, a Skadi? Skadi or... wouldn't be a Manta style. Manta Puck. I say that now. Who knows what we'll see. But yeah, it looks like they're not even going to wait for Roshan. I mean, I mentioned Zhao likes to play safe, but you're up 4 Raxes here, you've got Serpent Wards. You can just safely put the wards on the high ground, have Spectre in the front, right-clicking away the tower, and when he's got buyback, you know he's got those 2 lives. And if they look to initiate on him, they're going to have to invest so much to kill him off that they may just... that they're probably going to lose the fight when Spectre buys back and haunts in. And that's where Spectre is not going to haunt at the start of the fight, because if he dies, he wants to make sure he still has the haunt. He'll only use it if he knows the fight is already won, if he hasn't died yet. And Illusion's going on the high ground. Roshan going to respawn soon. There are Dire Wards giving good vision here, so Speed Gaming see a lot of this. The gem on Banana actually has not been used very effectively. He hasn't actually seen some of these wards. He needs to maybe get in closer for it. What? People are all out in the Twitch chat with Copy Pasta today. Oh, you guys. Speed Gaming, they've almost... I think they've got the data list. Yeah, data list Tiny. Screw buyback, he says, this is it. We're down 4 Raxes. I need the big items. He's got the big crit now. They're going to go all in for this one. Serpent Wand gets dropped on the high ground. Tiny needs to go in and start thinking about clearing this one out. The problem is there is a Hex here. Spectre throws some illusions to the high ground, and now down goes your tier 3 tower. Tiny just has to go in. He may just straight up die as the problem because there is a Puck Hex and now he's got no buyback, but what other options do you have? You down Mega Creeps, you've lost the game. Unfortunately, they've got to defend their throne. They've got to defend bottom lane. They've got to defend so much. In goes your Tiny here. He's trying to go on the Spectre here, but Spectre is just so damn tanky. Doesn't even care if he dies. Is he even going to die here? Looking for a crit is Tiny. Unfortunately, the evasion working against him. There's the kill on the Spectre. Immediate buyback. Haunt coming out from the Nature's Prophet as well. The 2 heroes who died immediately TP back in, and this is the bitter sweet end for Speed Gaming. I say bittersweet because they put up a hell of a fight. They should be proud of themselves. This was a really well played game by Speed Gaming. These guys look like a solid Dota team. They're versing one of China's best, and they played this well. 46 minutes, they held their own. They were ahead for the good first half of this match they were ahead for, and they'll give it one last hurrah here. JDH, one of the big players here. He farms so effectively in the Sand King in the jungle. He's going to go down. Looks like Speed Gaming are going to give away a few extra kills here at the end, but what a game coming out from Speed Gaming. I'm solidly impressed by these guys. My first time seeing them, and I got to say, looking forward to casting more of them here in the ECL 2014, because they gave Newbee a real run for their money. And that was a fun game. That was a really, really nice strategic game mixed with some good action, some great team fights. That game, to me, had it all. Like, that is just an all-around solid Dota game. Nothing too shabby at all about it. Everyone played well. Everyone did their role pretty much spot on, and I enjoyed that a lot, guys. I hope you guys did as well. That does it for now for the Red Bull ECL match. Big thanks everyone for tuning in. Big thanks to ECL and all their sponsors, and also to our BTS sponsors, esportsventure.com as well as 100TB. These guys helping support BTS, making it possible for us to keep doing these kinds of coverage. So I enjoyed the game. It was a lot of fun. It's a bit of a one-sided affair, but well, no, this was sorry, not a one-sided affair. I was telling people, like, I was actually asking Blitz to co-cast with me earlier. I was like, Blitz, man, come and co-cast a game. It'll be fun. It'll be it'll be a one-sided stomp, and we can have a bit of fun. But hey, and the end result is actually a much a much more interesting game than we expected. So excited that we had such a fun game. There's going to be more Dota 2 action coming from BTS soon, guys. So let me see if I can turn on the lights. I'll get my camera going as we end our broadcast. I just have one game to cast today. There we go. Woo! I've got my Nexon tournament on. We've got Korean Dota actually tomorrow. The Star Ladder final days there, but that does it for our one best of one for ECL. We're excited to be casting and covering it. There's plenty more action coming up. And something we do want to promote and let you guys know about is that esportsventure.com, they're going to be covering the ECL as well. So if you want to bet on these matches, click the link below the stream. Head on over to esportsventure.com. It's a money betting site that we're working with. We're working with them because we believe in what they're doing for esports. They actually have a very low-risk system to avoid those kind of betting scandals that have popped up. So one of the things which we're really happy to be working with them. They very much emphasize the risk management. So you can head on over to their site. I'll actually just quickly pop that up for you guys, or try to pop it up, as I don't actually know how. Let me just see. I'm on. There we go. It's. Oh, there we go. Black screen. It's a low-risk betting site, and do encourage everyone to work there. We're working with them. They're supporting BTS to help us keep doing content. You can check out their page, esportsventure.com. Click the link beneath the stream, and you can bet on all the ECL matches. They're actually there, as well as other tournaments as well. The Natolic finals going on right now. We've just had Newbee versus Speed Gaming, so they offer some good odds and great low-risk betting, which is something which helps support the scene. Coming up soon, actually, we're going to be casting on this channel here. Tech Labs, I think, starts in like 3 or 4 hours' time. Yeah, I think this is it here. Insane versus Rockskis. So if you register using the BTS link below, you actually get a 10% bonus on your first deposit, which is however much you deposit up to I think €100, 10% bonus. Not to mention a €5 BTS bonus just for signing up and depositing money. So definitely worth your while to head over there. So you can check it out here. You've got like Insane Gaming versus Rockskis. I don't think that's actually Tech Labs. Which one's Tech Labs? Aware Gaming versus Insane. I believe this is Tech Labs. So pretty even matchup coming up, and you can head on over, check out the bet if you want to, and let's see, and you can check all that out there. But guys, big thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be tuning out now. It's actually like 4 or 5 in the morning here. Whoops, it's suddenly very late. I feel good though. That was a fun cast. Big thanks everyone for tuning in. Big thanks to our sponsors, 100TB and esportsventure.com. But for now, guys, I think that's it from me. It was fun. I like sell out boys. Yeah. So yeah, big thanks for tuning in. We're going to be taking a break and be back in like 4 or 5 hours time with Tech Labs. See you guys.